Hi, this is Kamera, Points in the Bible, day number 117, 2 Kings chapter 18 through chapter 19. Very good point, guys. Regardless of what you hear about God not being real, about God's not going to be there for you, about all this negative, all this noise, shut it down. Um, you have to know who your God is. You have to trust in God. God's not going to make you stand firm. You have to stay firm. But we are human. We may fret. We may get a little fearful, but you just stop, take a deep breath, and refocus on God. Have a conversation with God. But your enemies, nothing can hurt you when God is with you, okay? Nothing can harm you. So, great example of Hezekiah. Hezekiah ruled around a time, his reign actually began around a time when Israel went under exile. He was actually king of Judah while during a time when they were besieged and they were put in exile. Hezekiah did everything he could to please God. He served God faithfully. He was careful to follow God's commands. He actually tore down the shrines and did everything he could to turn the people's heart back to God. So everything he did, he was successful in it because he did whatever to please God. It's kind of like he sought ways to please God, right? I love when they describe how faithful Hezekiah was to God. During the time, he even stopped. He was the kings of Assyria tried to get him to pay tribute. He totally rejected that. He rejected that as well. So the Assyrian king, like in the 14th year of Hezekiah's reign, he approached Hezekiah. He attacked Judah and he conquered it. Hezekiah actually decided to pay tribute to him, and he was humble about it too. But get this, he wanted more. Assyria wanted more. And so he rejected them. So the king of Assyria, Sennacherib at this time, he decides that he's going to warn Hezekiah. So he sends these messengers and he challenges him and said, I don't know who you have your confidence in, who you think going to come to your rescue. Clearly you think somebody is going to help you the way you're rebelling against me. And he got all loud, and the messengers got all loud and tried to get the people to put fear in the people in Jerusalem and tell them, you guys better stop listening to Hezekiah. He got you guys thinking that your God is going to save you and deliver you. He's going to, going to wind up getting you guys killed. But if you guys come, with me, open your gates, then you guys live a successful, prosperous life where I'm going to take you. But don't believe in Hezekiah and his God. And so Hezekiah got the message from his officials, and he sent more officials to the prophet Isaiah. And so the prophet Isaiah heard what the officials had to say, but this is the thing. He had a message about Assyria. Assyria, who do you guys think that you guys are coming against? This is what God is basically saying. Do you know who you're coming against? All these blasphemous words you're spewing. He's like, you're saying, it's me, Almighty God, who you're talking against. He says, you're saying that you did all this stuff to other nations and that you crushed them by your own power and by your will and all this. He says, no, this was planned long ago. I'm the one who set you up to do what you did. He says, but now you're coming at me all wrong, And so Hezekiah is strengthened by these words, and I love the fact that he sends a message to Hezekiah even prayed. Hezekiah even prayed to the Lord and told, he acknowledged, I love his prayer. He acknowledged God as being the one true God sitting on his throne and watching everything that's going on. And then he talks about what the king of Assyria is saying and how he's talking about this bad stuff. He says, but God, you are able to deliver us, and we're asking you to deliver us from this, rescue us from this. So he praised God. He described the issue, and then he told God, how he was feeling, how he wanted God to deliver them. I love his prayer. And so God sends a message to Isaiah, and Isaiah sends that message and says, don't even worry about Assyria. They're not going to shoot off an arrow. They're not going to even march towards you guys. They are not a problem. I got this. So that night after the message, the angel of God visited the camp of the Assyrian camp. I absolutely love what he did. He went through, and I'll just tell you this. When the ones who were still living woke up, there's like 185,000 corpse laid out. He went through and slew 185,000 of the army. Israel didn't have to lift a finger. The Syrian army didn't have to go marching and then get struck. They got struck right there, because when they boys woke up the next morning, they were 185 was dead. And so then you had Sennacherib. He ran back home, and get this. One day he's in his temple doing his thing with his God, and how about his sons assassinated him? So I love the fact that God showed Sennacherib that he is God by showing him Hezekiah's confidence is in the right place, killed his men, and then took care of Sennacherib and shut him down. So guys, don't let anybody place doubt in your mind about who your God is. Know for sure that your God is the one true God. Your enemies are a non-factor, and he's got you, and he's got your issues. He's bigger than all of that. So, guys, those are my points. If you have anything you'd like to add, please place them in the comments area. That's Points in the Bible, day number 117, 2 Kings chapter 18 and chapter 19. You have a God-filled blessed day.